I am Aloma Shamanatrix, a healing artist and transcendental free spirit. As the VMAs are coming up, I've been amazed at the disparaging commentary that has gone on since Miley's infamous performance last year. Is she single-handedly derailing feminism, or is she a female empowerment goddess? Pretty much disregard the really extreme negative opinions, such as Sainido Color calling it prostitution and whatnot, and her increasingly belligerent open letter frenzy, or Annie Lennox mentioning pornography. I'll just dismiss those as kind of clueless and just downright offensive with why bother. I'll just focus on a very telling quote by feminist icon Gloria Steinem, whose opinion, more benevolent though still disapproving and patronizing, was touted as the media as conclusive and ultimate last word on the subject. I wish we didn't have to be nude to be noticed, but given the game as it exists, women make decisions. We need to change the culture, not blame the people who are playing the only game that exists. Really? But that's not so, especially for Miley, who had very much a different kind of game going on and a lot of pressure not to play this one only game. And there's plenty of extremely successful superstars that don't resort to nudity or over-sexualizing. Like Miley herself before Untaming. And believe me, getting naked won't guarantee you the right attention, sometimes just vilifying. There's a much more essential game behind it that makes this game possible, and that is the underlying reality of millenary sensual repression and body shaming brought upon by patriarchy. And so many have internalized it as mandatory morals, even while intending to transcend the constraints of patriarchy. So the game is not that we're selling our bodies for commerce. The real game is that we have believed the patriarchal imposition, that our bodies are ashamed, and that we're not supposed to freely express our sensuality, as if we weren't the most natural things we are born with, and as if we don't feel infinite sensuality within us. The real big problem is that we all continue to perpetuate the repression. Because if we all were naked, then nudity wouldn't be an issue at all. It just would be the really natural thing that it really is. Because we are nude. Seriously, we were born that way. And our sensuality and sexuality are some of the most natural, inherent, intrinsic feelings, sensations, emotions, basic, essential things to the human experience. So sure, we need to change the culture to one where nudity is a beautiful and most natural thing, and we can proudly enjoy our bodies and our sensuality. And it's by not liberating ourselves from the patriarchal shackles of sensual repression and body shaming that we continue to allow the insane, abusive game to be. If only we all accepted our bodies and our inherent sensuality as the most natural and beautiful, even holy, we could stop playing games and get real. It's because it's been made a taboo that it's a sellable commodity. Obviously, if we all walked around naked and being sexy, no one would get any attention for it or be able to sell themselves for it. And we'd all be just having a great time. In fact, not even all of us. I've been to Burning Man's, Rainbows, and other clothing optional festivals where outrageous behavior is encouraged. And surprisingly, only a minority of people actually get naked or act out. But nobody makes a big deal out of it. Nobody's gawking at them or trying to get in their lack of pants, or much the least try to commerce with them. Everybody acts like it's just natural and everybody's just having a good time together, just because everybody that goes there has the idea of accepting all these things as natural. So it's like, just remove the taboo and the perversion vanishes by default. Sensual repression and body shaming are some of the most harmful impositions of our male-dominant culture of possession and objectification. It's sad to see that patriarchy did such an awesome job at convincing even some very sincere women liberators and feminists that our bodies are merely objects of desire to commerce with or be ashamed of, as if we wouldn't ever feel like being naked or acting sexy just naturally, or as if we wouldn't get sick of being told that we're not supposed to and want to rebel from it. Especially getting like the insane, ridiculous, vilifying backlash that Miley has been getting all through her gradual untaming process. So there's nothing inherently shameful or sinful or wrong with showing our bodies or expressing our sensuality. And it's certainly no fabricated calculation, but some of the most natural, spontaneous facts of life that have been tragically shamed and repressed. These deeply patriarchal beliefs, by perpetuating them and shaming other women for owning their bodies and their sensuality, these very well-meaning feminists are actually continually playing the one game that allows all the abusive games to be. Reclaiming our bodies and our sensuality, and yes, even profiting and personally benefiting from the sadly still pervading taboo we're hoping to break, are very important parts of female empowerment and transcending the imposed societal and behavioral shackles of patriarchal possession. And Miley, the movement, is sure doing a lot to break through and help people let loose and reclaim what patriarchy has taken away from all of us. Oh, and what about the whole cultural appropriation thing? Since when only black women shake their booties? I'm offended. I'm Latina and I've been shaking my booty since I was 2 years old, like 40 something years, like since I can remember. In Latin America, everybody does. And what about belly dancers? And what about the gypsies? Just about everybody shakes their booty. Pagans surely did too. And twerking is also very healthy and universal. You'll find that any kind of exercise routine, yoga session, will have poses that look a lot like twerking, because twerking is a very healthy way to move your body. It's a very healthy stretch to do. And then, oh my lord, what could be possibly wrong with swinging your arms up in the air? Why is it ever presented as healthier to not dance and not move and be uptight? All these movements, I mean, shaking your booty and twerking and swinging your hands in the air and even acting like you just don't care for fun, are very healthy. It's very good to move, it's good to stretch, it's good to tone your body. It's healing to loosen up and release tension and unclog the channels for your energy to flow and your creativity to arise. And I'm not young without a care. In fact, my life has been impossibly, ridiculously, tragically hard and traumatic. And at 47, I credit dancing a lot and moving a lot and fruit with feeling like a teenager, or better, keeping me super healthy, sober, and still all kinds of fun. So there. And why the frequent assumption that all this would be done only to cover up the lack of singing talent? It only takes more talent, more coordination, more confidence to do it all. And Miley can really sing. She is very soulful and she makes sure to put out some very sophisticated, interesting, multicultural, significant songs. We are huge fans of her music. I have several of her songs in our repeat playlist, and we love to karaoke them. So yeah, of course, Miley is the great feminist. She just can't be tamed. She's one of the most revolutionary things within the radar of mainstream media. She even has the kindness to subscribe to feminism when so many smart young women shy away from its uptightness. She expresses herself freely and gives others permission to do so as well. She's fun and lively and bold. And she's not train wreck either. She's thoughtfully choosing to do what she thinks is healthier and better for society, for evolution, and more than anything, more fun and more freeing for herself and for all of us people. And she bravely defends somewhat marginal causes in desperate need of validation, like marijuana. She's an entrepreneur. She's the boss of her own show. She handles the game as it is for her own benefit and profit, while pushing to change and liberate it. And she includes many types of girls in her performance, giving us all confidence to appreciate ourselves and our talents at whatever size or style we are. Plus, like Shailene Woodley pointed out, she's not hurting anybody. And as Miley herself said, she's a really nice girl. There's no complaints of her mistreating people or even being a diva. She's certainly not the one picking feuds with anybody or getting on anybody's case. And she's certainly all for everybody doing what they want and having a good time. And like Sia, I truly believe that feminism is being nice to other women and allowing them to express themselves however they choose without criticism. So yeah, go Miley, you rock, we love you. I know her antics have helped me personally. I've always been ultra liberal. I've proudly wore my facial hair more than 20 years. And I've even done a handful of adult shoots for quick money in the faraway past. But I still didn't feel good to be sexy. Self-consciousness and body image issues were persistent all through my youth. And only in the last few years, in my 40s, I've dared to be sexy and skimpy in my personal everyday style. Even though I always felt like it. And Miley's refreshing, carefree boldness and her very diverse crew and collaborations have been crucial to my self-confidence and daring to reinvent myself and put myself out there. So yes, I am Aloma Shamanatrix, an artist, a healer, a transcendental free spirit. Check out my cover videos, dance videos, my very original music. Let's give sanity a longer leash. I can help you all get wild and stay sober, fit, young, healthy, fun, creative, through thick and thin with my far-out, healing party non-verbal. Check out my play shops, mentoring, rants, bio at my website, alomobile.com. Aloma Shamanatrix.